In this video, I will show you how to make a felt snowman page of Christmas quiet book. The snowman has a head that can be removed from his head. Next to it, there is also a Velcro-detachable gifts and a moving Christmas tree. There is also a carrot in the hiding place that can be removed. The whole is decorated with buttons and embroidery elements. So grab the patterns and let's get started. We will need felt, scissors, vanishing markers, Velcro tape, clips, small buttons, small beads, and mulling with needle. Prepare patterns with the title Snowman Page Part 1 and cut out patterns for snowman, nose, cheeks, arms, and scarf. Place them on right color of felt, outline shapes with vanishing marker and cut them out along the drawn lines. I encourage you to cut smaller elements using interfacing fabric with glue. I explained how to do it step by step in another video. The link is at the top of the screen. Place the first scarf piece in this place and sew only the top and bottom edges from this point to this and the same below from here to this point using red thread. If you want to know how to hide threads after sewing, click on the link at the top of the screen. Then place the second piece of the scarf in this place and sew it along the edge with red thread. Above the scarf on the sides, place cheeks and the nose in the middle. Sew them with pink and orange thread. Take a disappearing marker and draw dots where the eyes will be. I will embroider them using mulling. In another video I explain how to do it step by step. The link is at the top of the screen. In the next step, let's draw the shape of the mouth with a vanishing marker. I will also embroider it with black muslin with a straight stitch. At the top of the screen you will find a link to the video where I explain it step by step. Now prepare 2 buttons and use double thread to sew them under the scarf on the snowman's belly. I explained how to do it correctly step by step in another video. The link can be found at the top of the screen. Place the snowman on white thread and sew it with white thread along the edges, from here to this point, from here to this point, and from here to this point. In these 2 places, you need to take special care not to tear them. Therefore, sew forward, then backward, and repeat this 3 times, then you can continue sewing. Finally, sew the sides of the scarf with red thread. The bottom thread is white. And now cut off excess felt along the edge. Place the arms on brown felt and sew along the edge with brown thread. The bottom thread is also brown. And now cut off excess felt along the edge. Put the arms on the snowman in these places and attach them with clips. Sew them only where they meet the belly using brown thread. The bottom thread is white. In the next stage, we will make a head for the snowman. Please cut out these patterns. Place them on the right color of felt. Outline shapes with vanishing marker and cut them out along the drawn lines. Put these two elements in these places, fasten them with clips, and sew them with white thread only in the places where they coincide with the gray element. Place the head on the gray felt and sew it with white thread from here to this point, from here to this point, and from here to this point, and with gray thread from here to this point and from here to this point. The lower thread is gray. In these two places, sew forward and back and repeat this step 3 times as before. And now cut off excess felt along the edge. In the next step, prepare patterns, title base page and snowman page part 2 and cut only these 2 patterns. Place them on blue and white color of felt, outline shapes with vanishing marker and cut them out along the drawn lines. Place the white element on the base page, 4 mm from its lower edge. Sew it on with white thread along the edge. At the next stage we will make two gifts. Please cut out these patterns. Place them on right color of felt. Outline shapes with vanishing marker and cut them out along the drawn lines. Prepare a Velcro pattern and Velcro tape and cut out two circles with soft side and two circles with rough side of the Velcro. Place circles with soft side a little below the center of these elements and sew them along the edge with white thread. Turn this element over and place this element in its lower part and sew them with red and pink thread. The lower thread is white. Then place these elements so that they cover the upper edge of the previous elements and sew them with pink and red thread. Place this element on the top in these places and sew them with blue and red thread. Then place this one and use the same color of the thread. And now cut off excess felt along the edge. Place Velcro circles to the roof side on the sides of this element and sew them with white thread. Now prepare the patterns to the title Snowman page part 3 and cut only ball and moon patterns. Place them on the right color of felt and outline 2 white circles with vanishing marker, then cut them out. Use interfacing fabric with glue to obtain these small elements, just like before. To make a ball, we will need 1 white circle. Save the second one for later. Place white circle in this place and sew it with white thread. The bottom thread is also white. Then arrange the small elements on white circle in this way. Then sew each separately, matching the color of the thread to the color of the felt. Take a small buttons and sew them in these places. Maintain a distance of at least 50 mm from the bottom edge. Sew it on white element so that the bottom and side edges overlap, and fasten it with clips. Sew it from this point to this point using white thread. At the beginning and end of sewing, sew forward, then backward and repeat 3 times. In the next step, cut out patterns for carrot. Place them on right color of felt, outline shapes with vanishing marker and cut them out along the drawn lines. Place this element in this place so that it coincides with the upper edge of the larger element. Sew it along the edge with grey thread. The lower thread is also grey. In the next step, in the middle of this element, sew a button. Place this element in this place and sew it from this place to this place. At the beginning and end of sewing, sew forward then backward and repeat 3 times. Draw short lines on the carrot in any places using a disappearing marker and then embroider them with light brown molding. Place the finished element on the leaf and fasten it with clips. Then place the whole thing on orange felt. Sew everything along the edge with orange and green thread. The bottom thread is orange. Now cut off excess felt along the edge. Finally, prepare patterns for making a Christmas tree and cut them out. Place them on green and brown color of felt, outline with vanishing marker and cut them out. On a Christmas tree, draw a chain with a vanishing marker and sew it on the machine using white thread along these lines. Prepare small beads and sew them in the same way as buttons in any places on the Christmas tree. Place the brown element under the Christmas tree and fasten it with clips. Then place the whole thing on the green felt and sew only the green element along the edges. The top and bottom threads are green. Now cut off excess felt along the edge. Place the Christmas tree on the base page in this place and sew only the brown element using brown thread. In the next step, prepare the white moon shape that we cut out earlier. Place it in this place and sew it with white thread. Finally, sew small beads in any places on the base page. Remember to keep a distance of 50 mm from the edges. Place the whole thing on blue felt and sew along the edge with blue thread. The bottom thread is also blue. And now cut off excess felt along the edge. The Snowman page is ready. I hope that the instructions were clear and pleasant to follow. If you want to make another page for Christmas quiet book, click this video. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye!
Będę mieć czapkę mocną i Będzie bałwan, nic nie... Włożę tą warstwę śniegu. Całe. Będę mu czapkę, dobrze? Prezenty!